Dag Cutting Edge, ik zit hier momenteel met Aaron, zanger van The End, en we zitten in Keulen. Hi Aaron.
How are you?
Okay, talking about the new record of The End.
Yes.
You changed a lot in your way of being a frontman, and that really changed the band. Could you explain something about that?
I don't know, it's just kind of like one of those natural evolution kind of things. When me personally, when we started writing the new record, the first step I wanted to do was just really push myself in new directions, and being that, I really wanted to use my voice to pull the listeners into our music far more. I guess our kind of mission statement with writing the new record was to make sure that the listener can really soak in the music as different from what we did in the past. And I guess the natural thing for me to do was just start using some more melody and
sing, because
sing, yes.
Apparently you have a brilliant singing voice. How come you only realize that now after 2 records?
I think when I first joined the band, I was really young. I was 18, still in high school, and jumping into Tyler, who was our old singer's shoes. He was a very, very, very talented musician, and I just at that time I wasn't ready to start doing that stuff. There on our previous records, before I was in the band, there was melody, there's singing, but when I jumped in, I just wasn't ready to do that. So yeah, the natural thing for me to do was just push myself in that direction and just discover my voice and yeah, just try to be very natural with it and not seem as if it's forced or anything like that. So.
And how are the reactions so far? Because it came out in February. That's already 6 months of touring you have behind you. How do people react to the new The End?
Obviously, no matter what you do, as an artist, whenever you put out something new, somebody's gonna say, I hate it, you know. So it'll happen no matter what. Doesn't matter if it was the exact same record, if it was, you know, doesn't matter what, they're gonna hate it. Somebody's gonna hate it. But I think generally, once people give the record a couple listens, it's very obvious that we spent a lot of time and a lot of effort making this record, and the content and the songwriting and everything that we did is just far more evolved than anything we've done in the past. So I think once people start to digest that, the reaction becomes far more positive than ever, and we're gaining new fans. It's really cool to meet people that know us just from elementary, and then they kind of trace things back and they go, wow, this is a change. But for us, it's really cool. Like it's just, we get to play in front of a whole new kind of crowd of people and new faces at every show, and it's really interesting.
Well, one of the good ways to check whether you're going in the right direction is letting the record hear to your grandparents or your parents. Have you done that already?
Yeah, my parents are they like the singing more than the screaming. I mean, there's still a lot of screaming. They just skip those songs, but they like the softer stuff. But whatever, whatever. They're happy no matter what. So.
You're constantly being compared to bands like Tool, Cheval, and even Dillinger Escape Plan and the Roses. How does that feel?
Comparisons are comparisons, you know. There's always going to be, I guess anybody needs some sort of, they need some sort of title to balance the band by, and that's cool, you know. If somebody's comparing our band to Tool or Neurosis, like in my opinion, those are some pretty inspirational and prolific bands, you know, and if anybody wants to put us in that kind of realm, that's amazing. I think we have a lot of different characteristics to offer with our music, and but yeah, I mean, there's always going to be comparisons, and we just do what we can do to set ourselves aside from that. But you know, it happens, so it's cool.
And then, what kind of music do you guys listen to? For instance, what is the latest record being played on the bus right now?
I think we're listening to a lot of Fear Before the March of Flames, actually. We really like, we've just learned a lot from touring with those guys. They're a very, very good band, and we love watching them every night.
the video for Throwing Stones.
Yes.
You're under the ground somewhere, underneath some big religious kind of complex, and you get dirt thrown all over you for the whole 4 minutes of the song.
What a video shoot! Wow.
How was it cleaning your teeth at the end of that day?
That was that was an interesting day. Even to shoot the scenes, especially for me because I was singing, there was people on top of us dropping dirt the whole time. So every time I look up and open my mouth, there's clumps of dirt. I was throwing up dirt. It was a messy video shoot.
Whose idea was it to shoot the video like that?
Actually, Andrew Hercules, our guitar player, came up with the idea for the video shoot. He would say that he's not very happy with it, but we still enjoy it. You know, it's our first video experience, and you know, you learn things along the way on how things should be done. But the idea for the video was terrific. It didn't quite get executed the way it was supposed to get executed, but that's just the way it goes. You've got one day to make everything work. You've got 15 hours to make it work, and it was very, very quick. And but yeah, we're shooting another video when we get home, so hopefully this time we'll get exactly what we want.
What will it be about?
That's Andrew's department. He wrote the treatment for the video. Once again, it's right now it's top secret, but it should be really cool.
Which song?
The Never Ever Aftermath. We played Pukkelpop, and it was extraordinary. It was kind of surreal, just because there's so many people just hanging around that, you know, you've listened to their music since you were a kid, and it's cool just to kind of be shoulder to shoulder with those people. And yeah, it was really great. It's just such a great experience. We got to play in front of a lot of people, and it was really cool to see people come to see us play, and it's a great experience. But at the same time, we're playing shows right now. We're on tour, and our competition are these big festivals. So it's hard to pull the people out because they've spent all of their money on the big festivals. But we're here, we're doing what we can, and it's exciting.
In 2 weeks, you'll be back in Belgium in a place called The Horizon, which is a really tiny, sweaty club.
Yeah.
Where do you fit in best, in sweaty clubs or big stages on festivals?
It's different. That's the kind of neat thing about being in a band. Every day you're in a different spot, different environment, and you have to kind of adapt to it and learn how to play in all these different places. I like the small, sweaty, little tiny clubs for certain shows, but it's fun to be on a large stage and experience it like that. But I think we do the best just because we're more experienced with smaller places in a very tight environment, really packed in. I just think in North America, we're so used to playing these kind of smaller places that we're kind of at home there. But getting in the big stage and playing in front of thousands of people is really cool too. I can't put that down.
This was the end, and this is the end.
This is.
Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you. Bye-bye. The bus has been really cool. This is our first tour on a bus, actually, and it's been great because I don't have to drive, so I have no responsibility. Well, not no responsibility, but at the end of the night, all I have to do is fall asleep drunk as hell. It doesn't matter. It's fine. So.